What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing my July favorites. I honestly didn't think I was going to have a lot to talk about, and there's a lot. It feels like a lot. Maybe it just looks like a lot. Anyways, I have a lot of makeup favorites actually this month. I've been wearing makeup a lot more often this month, even if I'm just walking around the house. But I also have like a few skincare, hair care, makeup miscellaneous items. Anyway, let's just do it. I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you. Let's go. How should I do this in order of like how I do my makeup? So first of all, I have another foundation this month. I feel like I have a foundation every month. Like I have a new foundation that I love every month. This one though, this one really blew my socks off. This is actually the foundation that I'm wearing today, and you can see she dewy, she healthy. This is from Colourpop. This is the new Pretty Fresh foundation. I'm in the shade medium dark 120W. This foundation is like a perfect match. I mean, you can tell there's like no line of demarcation. This is my perfect match. And I also really love the formula of this. This is extremely skin-like, but like dewy, but not too dewy. It makes your skin look so healthy, so fresh, so youthful. Again, I'm wearing it today and you can tell this feels like my bare skin. It doesn't feel heavy, and it just looks so good and wears so well. I've actually been wearing this like for a couple of weeks now. 3 weeks maybe. I can't remember when I bought this, but I have been loving this foundation. Now this is for more like normal to dry skin girls or boys. I have extremely oily skin, and I have been wearing this foundation for, I want to say like a couple of hours now, but I really love this dewy look. I actually really like what my face looks like when it is oily. I mean, to me, it looks healthy. I know I've said that like a million times. Y'all are like, okay, I get it, but you don't. No, you probably do. Now, I do want to say, when I use this foundation, I do use a pore filling or smoothing or blurring primer. I feel like I need to mention that. And I also use sunscreen underneath. That's all to say that I feel like that does alter the way this foundation works on my skin type. Just because, again, it's a very dewy foundation and I am dewy my damn self. But I've really been loving this foundation. This is like a really good everyday woman, like your working woman, your stay-at-home mom. This is just your everyday foundation. It's like medium-ish coverage. I want to say like maybe sheer to medium, but buildable. And it looks so good. It's never cakey. And it makes you look healthy. It evens everything out. I love this foundation. Let's move on. The next thing, I think I might have talked about this before. I can't remember though, but this is like an old favorite. This is actually one of the very first concealers that I ever purchased. This is from NARS. This is the Creamy Radiant Concealer. I'm in the shade Ginger. I'm wearing this right now, and you can tell that I'm like bright under the eyes. I actually have been loving this combination. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because these are both very creamy, dewy-ish products that they just mesh so well together, but they look so good. The coverage is there. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I mean, I can't say enough good things about this concealer. The coverage is good, the finish is beautiful, and I feel like that concealer works with any foundation. The next thing, I have actually been using these two with this. Now, I know I've actually talked about this before. I actually bought this last summer, and I think when I bought it, I featured it in a favorites video, and I used it profusely for like a month or two, and then I kind of moved on. Just because I'm always constantly trying out new makeup, new powders, new stuff. But I found myself going back to this just because I think this is the perfect summer powder. This with any dewy foundation makes it last all day, and I feel like it prevents it from breaking up, but it also keeps me from getting too oily, and it just smooths out my skin. Now, I normally in the summertime, I am so much greasier, so much dewier in the summertime. I mean, you can tell I've only been wearing this for a couple of hours. I haven't touched up my face, and yes, I have like lights beaming on my face, so it looks more intense than it is in real life. I feel like, nah, I'm pretty dewy. Anyway, I feel like this keeps my face on and in place all day, but it doesn't make my makeup look cakey. It doesn't add like an extra layer of just like cake onto my face. The next thing, this is actually from BH Cosmetics. I recently saw that they launched this, and peaches is just my thing. My favorite candle is peach. My favorite scent is peach. I love peaches. Don't ask me why I kept the sleeve. I for some reason, I always do that. I don't know why. It's a hassle, but I do it. Anyway, this is what this palette looks like. This is a blush palette. It's the 6-color blush palette in Bellini from BH Cosmetics. This is beautiful. This is the blush that I'm actually wearing today. I love peachiness. First of all, these colors are beautiful. I'm actually wearing a mix of these two and this one. They're all matte blushes, but they don't look dry on the face. I feel like they blend out really well. They're not too pigmented. They're pigmented, but they're not intimidating. Like, they're easy to blend out, and they just look really good on the skin. And these colors are just where it's at for summer. Do you know what I'm saying? The next thing is this. I don't think I've ever talked about this, but I've actually been using this for a while. Sometimes I use this like on a no makeup day. If I'm only wearing concealer, I'll use this to, let me tell you what it is. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micropowder. I'm in the shade 2, medium. Again, I actually use this mostly on no makeup days. If I'm only wearing concealer, I will use this to set the concealer under my eyes. Or if I'm not wearing anything at all on my face, I'll put like sunscreen on, and then I'll use this to set my sunscreen in the center of my face, just to kind of give me very sheer coverage and kind of mattify down. But I've also been using this to touch up my makeup. So when I'm nice and dewy like this and just juicy, but I want to tone it down a little bit, I'll actually take like a giant powder brush. Let me see if I can find one. Like this, I'll take a giant, just like a fluffy powder brush, and I'll just stamp it in there and just pounce on the center of my face. And you can see it actually instantly mattified the center of my face without making it look cakey. This is a perfect powder to touch up. Now, obviously, I'm not going to carry this big ass brush and like the powder. I feel like that's the only inconvenience about this powder, is that it doesn't really have like, what do they call those? You know, those poofy thingies? But you can carry like a smaller brush, or like, I don't know what you call these. I have these from, this is from Laura Mercier. It's just, you know, the thing that comes in the powder. But you can carry one of these in like a makeup bag, and it's sleek, it's small, it fits in anybody's purse. And again, I love that this powder is just so thin. It's like a thin veil over your skin. It never ever looks dry. Like, you can see on my face, it's mattified, but it doesn't look dry. You can still see a little bit of luminosity. It looks skin-like. It doesn't look like I just put a shit ton of powder on my face. So I think it's ideal for all skin types. I think dry skin girls will really like this too. I love that powder. It's expensive, but I love it. The next thing, I've actually been obsessed with this. This is from Colourpop. This is the On the Cusp Supershock Cheek Pearlized highlight. This is actually the highlight that I'm wearing today. I love this on my bare skin. I feel like it is just so reflective and so fine. It's not like glittery. It's not shimmery. It's like a smooth sheen. I love these kinds of highlights, and it has like a putty texture to it. I normally apply this with my fingers just because I feel like it doesn't really apply well with a brush, because it has that moussey consistency almost, but it looks so good on the skin. It doesn't accentuate texture. I love this color specifically. I feel like all my favorite highlights are like a cross between a champagne and a rose gold, and this is exactly that. I love it. The next thing is this eyeshadow primer from Morphe. This is just, it just says the Eyelid Primer. I have the shade Translucent. Now, I am a grease bucket, okay? You can fry fish on my eyelids by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Literally any eyeshadow that I ever put on always creases. and it's so annoying. I feel like I spend so much time blending out my eyeshadow and making it look pretty and adding glitter and all this stuff, and then like in an hour or two there's like a huge crease in it, and all of it is like sucked up by the oil. Anyway. This is so mattifying, and it keeps my shadows in place. I actually wore a matte shadow. Actually, I wore a bunch of matte shadows on my eyelids yesterday, and I put this underneath, and they stayed in place all day. They didn't crease. Normally, matte shadows crease, and then it's just like a line of whatever color I wore on my eyelids. It gets on my last damn nerve. But this keeps everything in place. Nothing creases. It's magic. I don't understand. It's even like dry to the touch. Like my eyelids were dry to the touch all day yesterday. And I also have been using it like in my smile lines and these lines right here. And it keeps my foundation from creasing. I don't know what this is. Now, with all of that said, this is not for people with dry skin. It's just not. It's very mattifying. And sometimes I do find that it can look very dry on my eyelids if I apply too much. So you have to be careful. But this, if you have oily eyelids, if you just can't for the life of you prevent your eyeliner or your eyeshadow from creasing or moving around, this is awesome. And I'm pretty sure it's affordable, right? This is awesome. The next thing, this is actually what I have on my lips today. These are both from Colourpop. This is the Lippie pencil in BFF2. This is like the perfect lip liner. First of all, it's creamy. I love how creamy it is. It glides on. It's so easy to draw in your lips, basically. But I also love this color. If you are a medium brown girl like me, this is the lip liner to get. The color of this is just so perfect for me. I find that this has enough pink, enough mauve, and enough brown in it to go literally with any nude. You can wear it with a pink nude, you can wear it with a mauve nude, you can wear it with a brown nude, and I paired it with a brown nude today. So this is the lip liner I actually put on today, and I topped it off with the Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lip in Starling. I don't know where I got this. I don't think I ordered it. Did I order this? I might have ordered this myself. I can't remember where I got this. But this color, first of all, the formula is amazing. It's like a liquid lipstick, but thinner and more comfortable and not as drying. Again, it's actually what I'm wearing on my lips today, and I feel like I actually stopped wearing matte liquid lipsticks because it was just way too drying. And I have extremely wrinkly lips, and I feel like the matte liquid lips accentuated the lines in my lips. Say lips one more time. But this formula is just, it's awesome. And I feel like I love how these wear off. I don't think it leaves a stain on my lips, but I'm curious to see if the other, like the reds or pinks do. Because if that's the case, this is like the best formula ever. But again, I do really like how this wears off. It doesn't wear off. I feel like the other matte ones from Colourpop, they would wear off in the innermost rim of my lips, and then it would turn white, which was so gross. But this doesn't do that. And I love how it looks on the lips. I love how it feels on the lips. I love that I still get that matte look without the uncomfortable feel. Anyways, the next thing, this is from NYX. This is the Bare With Me Prime Set and Refresh Spray. This has been the only spray that I've been using all month. I feel like this does what Fix Plus does by MAC. It actually sets, you can actually prime with this also. I don't prime with it, I just set. But I also refresh my makeup with this. So if my face is feeling super tight, if I've put on too much powder, I actually go in with this. And this makes my skin look skin-like again. It meshes all of that powder product into my face and just makes it look like my skin again. And I do feel like it prolongs the wear of my foundation and everything that goes on top of it, you know? And it's affordable. I really like this. Okay, so the next few things are actually makeup related-ish. The next thing is this moisturizer from IT Cosmetics. This is the Confidence in a Cream Transforming Moisturizing Supercream. I'm pretty sure I got this in a BoxyCharm and then just kind of threw it in my medicine cabinet and just like forgot it was there. But I actually ran out of a moisturizer that I was using recently. I can't even remember which one it was. So I started using this just because it was there. And I'm actually surprised at how much I like this. This is a very thick consistency. So I thought with my oily skin, I was gonna hate this. This is actually for all skin types. And I actually found that I love that moisturizer underneath my makeup. Now it's thick and super hydrating, but it's not greasy. It actually sinks into the skin and it doesn't leave any tackiness. It doesn't feel oily or greasy. It doesn't feel like it sits on top of the skin. I really like this, and I feel like it does say anti-aging armor, rejuvenating concentrate. I do feel like my skin looks a little bit more plump since I've started using this. So I actually love this moisturizer. Now, I don't know how much this is. I'm pretty sure that's expensive, but that's nice also. The next thing, this is actually from Ouai Hair Care. This is the Texturizing Hairspray. Now, this is actually what I have in my hair right now. I washed my hair last night, but I actually have an extremely oily scalp. So I wash my hair pretty much every day, if not at least every other day. But this, I actually have been putting this in my hair because for some reason, my hair wouldn't hold a curl. It does now with this. This adds like grit or texture to my hair. So I'm able to curl it and the curls like stay. But I also noticed, I think it actually says on the bottle, like dry shampoo and hairspray had a baby. So this actually keeps my hair from getting too greasy too fast. But it also adds that texture, it adds volume, and it doesn't feel like I have a bunch of product buildup on my hair, but it keeps my hair from getting oily. And again, I don't know if I've ever said, I actually have thin hair. I just have a shit ton of it. This has just been giving me the life into my hair that I've been looking for. Again, when I curl it, the curls actually stay. It gives me like kind of like a root lift type volume thing where my hair doesn't fall flat because it's so fine. And it smells really good. The next thing, these are actually from Face Halo, but I've actually been using these just on days where I've worn a lot of makeup. So like on a day like this where I have like my whole face done, I'll go in with this before I cleanse my face. I actually found that I felt like, because I use like one of those vibrating, what are those called? The Luna Play facial scrubby thingies. I'll put a picture of it somewhere right here. But because I didn't pre-cleanse and I would go straight in with one of those with my face wash, I felt almost like I was pushing my makeup into my pores when I was washing my face. But I hate the thought of having to use a wipe every time I washed my face. So I decided to give these a try. I actually ordered these a while ago and I have been using them for a hot minute. But the reason I love them so much now is because I realized I can actually use one to remove my makeup. You just run it under warm water or cold water, I mean, I guess if that's your thing. You just soak it up with water and your makeup literally comes like right off. And then I use the other one to remove masks, which makes things so much easier. I actually have a blue mask, like the mask is blue, and it was just a nightmare to remove because I would get blue everywhere. These have just made life so easy. Sometimes also when I'm too lazy to just like wash my face, I will just go in with one of these and just like remove all of my makeup if I've worn minimal makeup. Now obviously I still have to remove like mascara, which I use a micellar water for, but I do feel like these get off like a lot of makeup, and they're soft and they're plush and they're reusable. So you're not like constantly spending money and throwing shit away that's not biodegradable. You know, you're saving the planet-ish. And with these, because I have been wearing makeup more often and I do use these more often, I would recommend like washing them, which is the only like downside. But after every use, like every time I use one of these to remove something off my face, I actually go in with this. This is the Dr. Bronners 18-in-1 Hemp Lavender Pure Castile Soap. Castile? Am I saying that right? Anyway, this is, again, lavender is just very calming to me. So I like the scent. But this also is like super easy. Like once I've run this underwater, removed my makeup, I just run it back under the water, pour some of this on there, lather up, rinse, done, you know? And this soap does actually feel like it gets everything off. Like these come out super clean. I've actually been using this all week and you can't tell that it's dirty because this this got everything off of it. Now I am curious, I haven't actually used this to wash my brushes because I haven't washed my brushes in a while. But I am curious to see if this actually gets my brushes cleaner than like the normal solid soap that I've been using. And it, again, it smells really good. It makes these smell super nice, super fresh. And then at the end of the week, I normally just throw these in the washing machine and I'm good to go for another week. So I've been loving those. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe and stay tuned. Every day, like every day, what am I saying? And it just, Jess, can I have you?
Well, can I have?
Yes, you can have that. Oh my god, I'm 8 minutes in and I've literally talked about 3 things. How? Without sacrificing. Do you know it because I can't speak? Just makes you look alive, makes you look nice and just, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, but today I actually want to use it, but I've also, what am I doing? Actually, we're gonna get through this pretty quick. That wasn't a whole lot of stuff. Really, I just made my bed.
Oh, there it is.
I forgot what I was saying. Hashtag motherhood.